This is the Guatemala Tourist Sea, some of the most beautiful scenery in the world. But behind that clean facade is a land where violence erupts daily.
Las investigaciones indican que puede estar vinculado el ex esposo.
Under a mural of the Virgin Mary, pictures of women who were victims of domestic violence rest in peace. For many, this table is the only place to remember them.
Necesitan un lugar seguro donde estar.
Claudia Hernandez says some were beaten to death, others murdered by hired assassins or strangled, then chopped into pieces and never found. More than a decade ago, she started the nonprofit Survivors Foundation. It's one of just a few operating to save women in Guatemala. So now we're just in the car heading to a secure location where they keep a lot of women who are the victims of trafficking or domestic violence. They told us that we can't show the street, we can't shoot the outside of the building, because if someone finds out where the girl is that we're about to interview, they will try to find her, take her back, and then kill her for running away.
Había mucha violencia.
Sí, mucha violencia, era una vida de perdición.
13-year-old Marta, which is not her real name, worked for $50 a day. Her job? Have sex with at least 6 people each day for 6 horrific months.
Perdida en el alcohol, perdida en las drogas.
¿Cuántas personas habían ahí trabajando como usted en esa área?
Había muchas.
With little schooling, Marta and the other girls are finally learning life skills and getting an education. The 12 to 18-year-olds' daily lives are now a world away from the sex and violence they were subjected to. Marta was sold by her mother. Other women in the shelter were taken by human traffickers for the sex trade called coyotes. The children in this room are the lucky ones. The shelter is always full, and there is a long waiting list to get in. Estimates are that tens of thousands of women and children are trafficked in Guatemala each year, and trying to escape the abuse often leads to death.
Fíjate que en nuestro país van ahorita 550 mujeres asesinadas.
In August, the Board of Immigration Appeals ruled that women of severe domestic violence in Guatemala can be eligible for asylum here in the United States. That worries Hernandez and Leonel Dubon, the executive director of the childhood shelter.
Los coyotes son los mejores vendedores del mundo.
Dubon says coyotes will exploit the ruling, twisting it for their benefit.
A nosotros nos preocuparía que se generara un éxodo, pero que las personas no llenaran sus expectativas porque quizás están manipulando información.
Which could lead to even more women paying to cross the border, then getting kidnapped into the sex trade. With little police protection and a near zero conviction rate for husbands that murder their wives, many will risk crossing the border. If they survive, their pictures won't be placed on this table, and they'll end up somewhere safe, like Marta. In Guatemala City, Mike Paluskas, CBS 46 News.